Hong Kong is drowning. Streets have turned into rivers, staircases into waterfalls, and cars into floating wrecks. The city has been hit with the fourth black rain warning in just 8 days, recording the heaviest August rainfall since 1884. Schools were shut, flights delayed, and courtrooms adjourned. Even hospital services were affected. As concrete jungles expand into flood zones and storms grow fiercer, the world's biggest cities are facing a reckoning. From Hong Kong to Beijing, nature is lashing back. We decode the deluge in our report.
It began with a downpour. Then, in a matter of hours, Hong Kong was brought to a standstill. Roads disappeared underwater. Cars sat submerged in parking lots. Pedestrians waded through murky waters. And in some districts, public transport slowed to a crawl. Subway exits were shut, and floodwater cascaded down staircases. The chaos arrived, and it wasn't backing off. On August 5, Hong Kong issued its highest tier rain warning, the black warning, for the fourth time in just 8 days. That means rainfall exceeding 70 millimetres in an hour. But this time it was far worse. Hourly rainfall crossed 100 millimetres in parts of Asia's financial hub. The weather observatory recorded over 355 millimetres of rain, the highest single-day total for August since 1884. For context, Hong Kong typically receives an annual average of around 2,000 millimetres of rainfall. As many as 100 flights were delayed, and passengers were warned to brace for disruptions as roads around the airport also began flooding. The city suspended classes in schools and opened emergency shelters. Even hospital services weren't spared. Emergency services were affected by severe flooding on nearby roads. Hong Kong's financial activity slowed to a drip. Court hearings were adjourned. The trading floor of the Hong Kong Gold Exchange was shut for a day. Meanwhile, the Drainage Services Department reported 18 cases of flooding, and at least 12 landslides were confirmed, including one on Poshan Road, where a deadly landslide in 1972 claimed 67 lives. The story doesn't end in Hong Kong. Just hours earlier, China's Shenzhen issued its own red alert, the first since 2018. Southern China was already reeling from deadly flash floods. In Guangdong province, 5 lives were lost over the past weekend. Thousands of rescue workers were deployed in large-scale operations. Further north, Beijing was still recovering. Floods in the capital suburbs had killed at least 44 people in the previous week. And now the authorities have again flagged Miun, Tangshan, and Huaru provinces as vulnerable, urging residents to stay alert. In a country battling both extreme heat and relentless rain, the scale of these disasters is growing. But this isn't just a local story. It's a warning signal for cities around the world. Urban areas are growing rapidly. According to a World Bank study between 1985 and 2015, the global built-up area grew by a staggering 85%. But as cities grow, they are also expanding into danger zones. The percentage of urban areas at high risk of flooding is rising, especially in developing nations. In East Asia, the rate of growth in flood-prone zones is 60% higher than in safer regions. Even Hong Kong, with a robust drainage system built to handle storms that occur once every 50 to 200 years, has been overwhelmed before, like it was in 2023. What we are seeing now is not a seasonal crisis. It's a system under pressure. Stormwater infrastructure, once seen as adequate, is now no match for a changing climate and mushrooming urban sprawl. Urban growth is colliding with climate extremes, and the floods are only getting faster, stronger, and more frequent. The storm clouds over Hong Kong may pass, but are cities ready to combat what comes next?